Moving on now to look at the Nigerian stock market performance in recent times. We saw the investors in the market gaining 1.5 trillion naira at the end of business last week, more like reversing the weakness seen in November, in the month of November. Even as we approach to the end of the year, of course, we see buying interest resurfacing across major blue chip firms there, and of course, across various counters as well, which show some improved trade, given what we saw in the month of November. Let's talk to a stockbroker who is the vice chairman of the board of Highcap Securities, Mr. David Adonri. He joins me via phone from Lagos, the trading floor of NGS in Lagos. Good morning, Prof.
Thank you. Good morning, Yusuf, and good morning to all the viewers there in Abuja.
Thank you so much. Glad to have you on the program. Let's quickly look at why are we having uptrend at this moment? Sometimes towards the end of the year, we see profit taking dominating the market, but this is a different story.
Yeah, generally there's what they call the Santa Claus effect. In the capital markets worldwide, the tendency is there for equities to appreciate during this period of the year, December, when we are getting close to Christmas season. So that is what they call the Santa Claus effect. So perhaps we have started seeing the onset of the Santa Claus effect in Nigeria, because last week the equities market appreciated by about 1.6% after the decline we saw in the previous week. So perhaps that is a signal that we are approaching the Santa Claus rally. Even so far in the market, equities is up, although very slightly. The market is up by about 0.04% now, and volume that has been done so far is about 138 million, valued at about 2.5 billion naira. It's still very early in the day, and so there's hope that the market will gather more momentum as trading progresses.
Indeed. Talk to us about the fundamentals. How strong are the fundamentals of some of the blue chip companies driving the market growth at the moment?
Well, as of last week, of course, the blue chips impacted the market materially. Stocks like Dangote Cement appreciated. MTN was a high flyer last week. All of them have very solid fundamentals, and they have been improving steadily in terms of their fundamentals. So, but today we are seeing the Guinness charts dominated by the small cap stocks. But especially the ETFs, we have a lot of ETFs dominating the Guinness charts right now. We have the Vetuva Griffith, which is structured on NGX 30 index. We have Vetuva Industrial ETF. We have Marigold. You know, those are the stocks that appear to be leading the Guinness charts right now. No blue chip stock has appreciated so far, except that I saw Zenith not long ago. Yeah, Zenith is perhaps the only blue chip that is appreciating reasonably well. The stock is up about 0.78% now, but all the others are just they're neither up nor down, just stable, you know, so far in the market. But the market appears to be upbeat.
All right, Prof. There also seems to be a lot of spotlight on Access Bank, one of the big bank quoted on NGS. What are the issues really? Shareholders of that company somehow have been grumbling.
Yes, when you look at that sector where the major banks operate, the tier 1 banks, assets appears to be lagging behind in terms of capital appreciation, also together with the distribution to investors. So those are factors that are capable of depressing investors' appetite in the stock. But there was also the issue recently that the bank is trying to come back to the market for another round of public offering. So indicating therefore that perhaps they have not been able to meet their expectations in terms of their recapitalization. So that is probably why they are planning to come back for another round of capital raising exercise. But otherwise, it's still part of the Tier 1 bank, and it is, well, let me say, you see that it's probably on the borderline. It's struggling with the leaders of the Tier 2, like Fidelity Bank, and Wema Bank right now. So it's about 20 naira, 10 kobo, while those other banks are also within that range, Yusuf.
All right, Prof. One of the latest offer now, public offer in the market, is coming from Ella Leaks. How attractive is this offer so far in the market? There's also Dangote proposing, to come to the market as well. He is planning to list on the London Stock Exchange and NGS at the time with an option for shareholders to get their dividends in USD. Talk to us more about it.
Yeah, that is the big masquerade that the market has been waiting for ages. The mega listing of Dangote refinery. But before I get there, let me react to your question on Ella Lakes. The agri sector appears to be coming up pretty strong in the market because if you actually look at the Nigerian economy, Nigeria is an agrarian economy, and those stocks that are into agriculture, they are performing very well, like Okomo oil palm, Presco oil palm. If you go to NASD, you have Kitupa oil palm. So all the companies involved in palm produce are performing very well. And so with Okomo, with the Ella Lake coming up, diversifying away from his aquaculture to palm produce. Of course, the future is very, very bright for the company, and they have some solid structures on ground already, but they have come to the market to take more capital so as to explore the huge opportunities and potential that are available in the agri sector, especially in the palm produce area. So far, there are reasons to believe that their public offering is doing very well, although it's been extended to enable more investors take position in the security. So it's a stock that investors need to watch out for, especially considering the future potentials of Ella Lakes. Now coming to the big masquerade, Dangote refinery. Of course, that is what everybody is waiting for. The Dangote refinery, we understand, is currently thinking about his initial public offering, IPO. But I don't really know whether the IPO is out, because a lot of my investors, both locally and internationally, have been asking me to find out whether the IPO is already in the market. I haven't seen any indication really that the IPO is already in the market. But a lot of investors, both locally and internationally, are waiting to be part of the huge success of Dangote refinery. And you can see the impact of that refinery on the economy of Nigeria.
Absolutely.
Apparently, it appears to be the foundation upon which the entire economy of the country is resting, not just of Nigeria, but the whole of Africa. So you see, almost all the crude oil produced in Ghana is bought by Dangote refinery, and I'm sure they are also in turn selling refined products across the West African sub-region. So it's actually a catalyst that is catalyzing economic development all over Africa. So that is why a lot of people are waiting to position in it so as to share the enormous wealth that Dangote refinery is going to generate for the African, for the continental economy. But we are still hoping to see indications of the IPO, you know. So that's the position so far, Yusuf.
All right. Prof, before I let you go, talk to us about the possible outlook for today. Before that, there are also people who are saying that the 18.8 billion ordinary share on offer at 12 naira 50 kobo per share from LLX. Some are saying it's a bit on the high side, given their position in the market, while others are looking at them as the potential, stock that can even be stronger than the likes of Presco and Okomoe that you mentioned earlier.
Yes, if you look at the major reason why investors participate in the stock market is actually futuristic. They are looking at the value that an enterprise can deliver long into the future. And once they have examined the fundamentals of the company and they have looked at the future prospects of the company and the prospects are bright, of course, then the valuation will be futuristic in nature. If you look at where it is now, the price, you know, all the other big firms are talking about Okomoe Oil, Presco, when they were also toddlers in the market, they were around 10 naira and they were overlooked. But look at where Okomoe is now, over 1,000, Presco over 1,000. LLX has the potential of rubbing shoulders with both Okomoe Oil and Presco into the future.
All right.
So I think that is what they are selling to investors.
All right, quite impressive. Talk to us now as we wrap up now. The outlook now for today and of course for the week as well. Which direction do you expect market to take? Southward or northward?
Oh, I am very optimistic that we are firmly at the close of the Santa Claus rally, you know, to close the year. So a lot of investors are going to be positioning for the distributions for next year. And then portfolio managers are also going to be reshuffling their portfolios to close the year much higher. So it's going to be a bumper end of the week, I believe, in the equities market.
All right.
Thank you, Yusuf.
All right. David Adonri, Vice Chairman of the Board of Highcap Securities. Thank you for your time. We appreciate your contributions.
Always a good pleasure. Bye.
All right. Well, that was David Adonri there speaking to us with regards to the stock market performance there. And of course, he did say that the market may end the week on a very strong note, given the fact that we're in a Christmas period. We're even expecting the Santa Claus effect to begin to happen in the market. We hope that begin very soon. And it's sometimes it's a period where we see massive rallies across board there in the stock market there. We hope to see how this year is going to look like.